I just supposed to start talking?
Opening statement?
Let's just start with your evaluation of your room at this point in the season, especially the fact that this team as a whole has just really got it going.
Pleased with how the room's doing for sure. Dallin's kind of leading the way. I think everybody probably saw that he was one of the Mackey Award semifinalists, top 8 tight ends in the country, and then some of the guys that have been coming along like Semi, and Sione, and it was a bummer that we lost Hunter early on to a season-ending injury because he was off to a great start. But I think overall, the group as a whole, I think, is doing what they're supposed to do to contribute to the offense being successful for sure. And that's their goal every day, do whatever it takes for us to move the ball and put points on the board.
What's been the biggest key to Dallin Bentley's success this season?
Opportunity, I think. His first year here, he was not available very much because he kept injuring his hamstring. Second year here, the passing game went through Brant Keithy and Dorian Singer. And now, this year, he is one of the main targeted receivers. So I think opportunity in the passing game is what has led to him having that type of production. And then just being more comfortable with the position as well, because the first time he ever played tight end was when he got back off a mission and enrolled as a walk-on at Snow College. Played 1 year there. Then had the first year here with us where he was injured quite a bit. And last year was really his first time being a full-time, FBS level tight end. So I think it's also experience with the position.
For someone like JJ, he started out the first couple of games as kind of that jump ball in the end zone type guy, but we've started to see him get involved more outside of the end zone. How have you seen maybe his growth throughout the season?
Yeah, so maybe a lot of people don't know, but JJ's been playing more receiver the second half of the season than tight end in that traditional receiver spot. So he has been, doing more, varied routes and different concepts in the passing game. So that's why you see him catching all those different balls, not just the fade ball in the low red zone.
How much fun is it to coach Semi and when you see him on the field, running routes and everything?
The main thing about Semi and Sione are they're just got such great personalities. They got such a great approach to football. They love it. They love to be physical. They're like sponges. They want to learn everything they possibly can. And, he's kind of become a little bit of a Twitter sensation. I saw somebody like Barstool tweeting him running, routes pregame and everything. And that's intentional because we want the defense thinking that he's not just going to be a blocker. He can run out and catch the football, which he proved earlier in the year. I think it was in the BYU game. Caught a couple of passes there, and he's got really good hands. He can catch the football.
You've kind of had success with a lot of unique players in your room, even going back over the last few years. Caleb Lohner last year. How does that help you in recruiting other unique athletes to that room?
Well, for one, we just jokingly call it the foster care room and tight ends, where come one, come all, unique player, and then find a role for them and see what they can do the best. And the main thing is it's more about the players than it is anything else. If they come in here and they have that unique skill set of things that they can do, we're going to take advantage of it. And it is a wide range of assignments and things that they need to be able to master. And so, we each have the ones doing the things that they really are most naturally suited for. And then from there, it's just teaching them, what they're doing and what the offense is or the defense is going to be doing to try to stop it, and then just cutting them loose with confidence.
Kyle talked a little bit about a week ago, just some of the negative recruiting that comes with being in the state of Utah, and just some of the stereotypes surrounding the state. I'm curious from your perspective, as an assistant coach, obviously you're on the recruiting trail a lot. What does that look like, talking to players just about coming to the state, obviously, and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know how to be politically correct about it, because a lot of times it comes down to negative recruiting about religion. Assuming since we are the University of Utah that, there's going to be a predominant religion here that's going to be maybe, forced on them or something like that. Nothing could be further from the truth. And then it's also about, the diversity thing. Like, Utah is not known for being a really diverse state. But, the proof is when players come here from all over the country, different states, a lot of them choose to reside here after college is done. Guys from California, Texas, Florida, you name it. They choose to come back to Utah to establish home. Zach Moss is one guy that comes to mind from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, because they love it here, because the community, they treat them so well, and they're very comfortable being here.
Why do you think, obviously, all done?
Okay. All right. Thanks.